Welcome to Arizona Side by Side Project. I'm Jeff Voorhees. I know it's been a while since my last post. Things have been crazy busy here, but I'm excited to make a quick video for you guys on something new I got for the Maverick, and that is rock lights. So let's take a look at it. Now the rock lights that I got aren't anything special. I think it's pronounced Sunpie or Sunpea, I'm not sure exactly. Just a 4 kit. I know you can get these in like a 6 or an 8, but I really only wanted ones for the wheel wells, so this should work out just fine. Kit includes the lights themselves. We'll take a look at those in just a minute. Has a couple different adapters here. One's for like a flat surface. The other one's going to be for like a roll bar or a rounded surface. Some hardware that they provide. However, I ended up getting some self-tapping screws, so I actually did not use these. Basic instructions, la-di-da-di-da. Comes with this handy remote. In addition to, you can use, where is it at? Had it on here, Bluetooth, here, Google Play or App Store. There's an app that you can download so that you don't have to use this. And there are a few extra functions that the system can do beyond what this remote is capable of. I noticed that a couple people tend to put their lights attached to this housing right here, which is essentially your light housing on the bottom section of it. And I didn't really want to do that for 2 reasons. When you take off this front face, you have to constantly be disconnecting it. Also, I'm working on a aftermarket light setup, and I don't want to be held to this. So I was looking for another location, and what I ended up doing was this roll bar up here, or this part of this cage. I ended up putting the light on that. See if you can get a little bit better look at it. My self-tapping screws, fairly close to the back portion here and angled outward. Now I removed the front section for this assembly, just a lot easier. I have another video that shows how easy it is to take this off. Just a couple screws in, you're on your way. But ultimately, ended up going in this location. When I first put them on and had it going straight down, there was a lot of light shining in this area. Not a lot on the tire, not a lot out here. So I ended up rotating them slightly outward. And that seemed to work out really, really well. It goes right past this piece here. Seems to give the best of both worlds. As far as the wires go, I've fed both of them into, you can maybe see it right there, the boot. Just enough space for you to feed those wires and into the cab. On the back side of the vehicle here, I decided to mount to this bar right here. So that's pretty simple. Drill in there. And I actually zip tied the wire all the way to the back there. Let's see if I can get a little closer. All the way to the back. And then ran it across the back side of the firewall there. On the other side, this one's just a little different. That wire is going to run up and over. You can see it head straight down to the access panel that you would use for changing your oil. And I'll show you how I have those wires coming in now. So inside the vehicle, if you guys have probably done this once or twice, you take off this panel here. It's just slid up right now. And inside here, you reach in the back there and change your oil. When I got one wire coming across the backside here, and then the other one is coming right through there, and I've zip tied it to the other cables here to keep it up and out of the way of things that are warm. In the back here, we've got all the seats removed to make it easier for this installation. Removed the seat belt, plastic holder here, this whole center console, super easy, just with those plastic snaps and a couple screws here and there. But essentially I have the wires coming from the front right here, and they're meeting up here in the back, along with the ones coming through the housing. the control box. I have that sitting right here on the wall with just some self-tapping screws. There was nothing behind this plastic, so we were good to go there. And then everything is going to hook in straight to the battery. Now what I chose to do is I'm actually going to be wiring in a switch to the center console here. So here's the center console in the back. I just have it set up with a simple switch there, and essentially the battery will go to the switch, from the positive to the switch, and back from the switch to the unit on the wall here from the simple switch. So pretty easy to install. All right, so that's basically the overview of how I've wired it, different places I've installed it. It's really up to however you want to do it yourself. They seem like to make the most logical sense. Before I attached everything, I kind of held it on with some tape. I hot wired the system kind of up and kind of made sure that all the lights were shining where I wanted them to before I locked it down. So now I'm going to go ahead and put everything back together, and we'll get some videos of the lights working, and maybe some photos. It's cool.